Hey designers, and welcome back. It's time to set a new plan, and this time we're working on our monthly overview for June. If you want to see how I put this all together, just stick around. As always, I have gathered my supplies beforehand, and now I'm ready to get started. I will be working on the monthly overview for the month of June, which means I will need to cover over those leftover days from May, as well as these days that begin the month of July. In the personal planner, there is also a side column that I never use, so I will be covering that over as well. It is important to begin by getting an accurate measurement of the space that I will need to cover with my decorative paper. This particular paper is from a notepad from Michaels, and I'm simply going to measure that to size, cut it down, and glue it right into place. Using a self-healing mat really aids the process and speeds it right on along. To secure this in place, I am using a glue stick from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to give it a generous amount, and then I'm going to simply lay that right over top of that side column. To help this area stand out just a little bit more, I'm using this super thin washi that I recently purchased from Amazon. This is a glitter washi, and it is going to add quite a bit of sparkle. Next up, I will be using this beautiful floral washi. This came out of a tube from Michaels. It is so pretty. This is what I'm going to be using to cover over those extra days from May, as well as the extra days of July. This will help me to focus solely on the days of June. Now I am accenting that with this beautiful pastel pink lace tape that also came in a set from Michaels, and I feel that just helps it stand out a little bit more. You will notice that I am simply repeating this process along the top and the bottom until all of those extra days are covered over. Even though I am having to use 2 strips of tape, it is not really that important to try to match up this design as you would if you were using a stripe design or another pattern. Because these are just flowers, precision is not as necessary. Here you're going to notice that I'm having to go up just a little bit higher simply because of the way those days are laid out. The objective here is just to get them all covered up, and all we have done was mimicked that left-hand side of the page. Because several of you have asked each week, I thought I would show you the little device that I use to cut my washi. This is actually a razor blade holder from Dollar Tree. It comes in a pack of 4. I turn it around to use the blunt edge, and that's what I use to help tear my tape. I decided to go ahead and put another strip of that little glitter tape right down this edge. I thought it looked a little better. And now I'm going to cover over that top piece with some beautiful teal washi. Now this washi was actually very, very thin, so I'm having to do a double layer to make sure that it covers over the pattern that's underneath it, and I have just done that on both sides. Now I'm using that glitter tape to outline the days of the month, and I'm going to accent that with a green glitter tape that pulls together the colors out of that floral washi. And now you'll notice that I'm going to repeat that process on the other page. Because I covered over the name of the month, I'm going to use these beautiful little glitter letters from Michaels to spell out June. And now you'll notice that on the 14th, I am adding an American flag because it is Flag Day after all. Those 2 washis also came from Michaels. Now I'm going to take this beautiful little pastel pink tape that kind of blends in with the color scheme, and I'm going to set this day apart because it is Father's Day. June also has a few special weeks for us. On this particular week here, we will be out of town at a conference. So I'm going to tie that all together with a little piece of tape to make it look like an arrow, and then I'm penciling it in. The next 2 weeks, you will notice that I'm using this very fun and festive tape to signify that my kids will be working at summer camp. To add another little decorative element, I'm going to be using one of these super cute foam flowers that I picked up at Dollar Tree. I'm going to cut this right into size to fit down in the corner of that page, just to add another little sparkle. Because this side panel now looked a little bit plain, I'm going to take those 2 decorative tapes that I used throughout the rest of the month and add some little ribbons right over top of that decorative paper. This just gives a little more dimension and adds a little something more pleasing to the eye. And there you have it. That is my layout for the month of June so far. I will be able to add more special events as they arise throughout the month, but for now, this is a very good base to start with. It is very easy to pull together different elements from different places to pull them all together to make layout that is very pleasing to the eye. Sometimes I like to coordinate my colors throughout the entire layout, and sometimes, like in this one, I like to add very contrasting elements that make those days pop just a little more. And there you have it. And now we're ready to begin our month. Thanks for watching.